Everyone thinks they know who is winning between Iran and Israel. The news says Israel is stronger. America says Iran is isolated. Western analysts say Iran is desperate. But here is what nobody is telling you. Iran is not losing this conflict. In fact, by almost every strategic measure that actually matters, Iran is ahead. And by the end of this video, I am going to show you exactly why, with facts, not opinions. Let us start with what the mainstream media consistently gets wrong. When you watch BBC or CNN covering Iran versus Israel, they frame it as a simple story. Democratic Israel versus authoritarian Iran. Good versus bad. Strong versus weak. But geopolitics does not work like a Hollywood movie. Here is the first thing they miss. Military strength and strategic success are not the same thing. Israel has one of the most advanced militaries on earth. Iron Dome, F-35 jets, elite intelligence services. By pure military hardware, Israel wins on paper. But Iran's goal was never to outgun Israel. Iran's strategy, and this is critical, is what military analysts call a war of attrition by proxy. You do not fight your enemy directly. You make them fight on 20 fronts at once, until they exhaust themselves. Think about it. In the last 2 years alone, Israel has had to simultaneously manage Hezbollah on the northern border, Hamas in Gaza, Houthi drone and missile attacks from Yemen, and Iranian-backed militias in Iraq and Syria. That is not a coincidence. That is a deliberate, coordinated Iranian strategy, and it is working. Now let us talk about Iran's actual position, because it is far stronger than the headlines suggest. Point 1. Iran has already crossed the nuclear threshold in everything but name. As of 2024, the IAEA confirmed Iran has enriched uranium to 60% purity. Weapons grade is 90%. Iran can reach that level in a matter of weeks, not years, not months, weeks. This is what is called a nuclear threshold state. Iran does not need to build a bomb to have nuclear deterrence. Just the ability to build one quickly is enough to change the entire strategic equation. Point 2. Iran's missile program is now a genuine regional threat. The April 2024 direct strike on Israel, the first in history, was not just a military operation, it was a message. Iran fired over 300 drones and missiles simultaneously. Most were intercepted, but that was intentional. Iran was not trying to destroy Israel. Iran was demonstrating capacity. They were saying, we can do this anytime we want, and next time, we choose what we target. That is a completely different kind of threat, and Israel has no clean answer to it. Point 3. Iran's economy has adapted to sanctions. The Western assumption for 20 years was that enough economic pressure would collapse the Iranian government. That has not happened. Iran has built trade routes through Russia, China, and the Gulf that bypass Western sanctions. Oil exports are up. The Iranian currency has stabilized. Is the Iranian economy thriving? No. But is it broken? Also no. Iran has proved that a determined state can survive sanctions indefinitely, and Washington has not fully absorbed that lesson. Now let me be clear. I am not saying Israel is weak. Israel remains the most powerful military force in the Middle East. But Israel has a strategic problem that almost nobody in the Western media discusses openly. Israel cannot win a long war. Here is why. Israel is a small country, population of 9 million. Its military depends on reserve soldiers, ordinary citizens who are called up during conflict. Every month of war means businesses shut down, families disrupted, economy contracting, international pressure increasing. Israel's military is designed for short, decisive operations, not multi-year conflicts. The longer Gaza has gone on, the more this problem has become visible. Meanwhile, Iran has a population of 90 million, a deep sense of national identity built around resistance to foreign pressure, and leadership that has been in power for over 40 years. They are not going anywhere. The second problem. Israel's international isolation is growing. 2 years ago, the Abraham Accords seemed to signal a new era of Arab-Israeli normalization. Saudi Arabia was the next big prize. That process is now frozen. The images from Gaza have made it politically impossible for any Arab government to openly normalize with Israel right now. Iran knew this would happen. The strategy was designed to do exactly this, to kill the Abraham Accords and to re-isolate Israel. It worked. And then there is America, the third player in this conflict that everyone forgets to analyze properly. The United States has spent the last 2 years trying to do 3 contradictory things simultaneously. 1. Support Israel unconditionally. 2. Prevent a wider regional war. 3. Negotiate a nuclear deal with Iran. You cannot do all 3 at the same time. These goals directly contradict each other. Every weapon America supplies to Israel makes Iran less likely to negotiate. Every time America pressures Israel to hold back, it signals weakness to Iran. Every failed ceasefire attempt in Gaza reduces American credibility across the entire region. The result is that America currently has leverage over nobody. Iran does not fear American military action. They have calculated that after Iraq and Afghanistan, America has no public appetite for another Middle East war. Israel does not fully listen to American pressure, because they know American political support is locked in regardless of what they do. And the Arab world no longer trusts American promises, because they have seen what happened to every American commitment in the region over the last 20 years. America is a superpower that has run out of good options in the Middle East, and Iran knows it. So what happens next? Here are my 2 predictions. Prediction 1. There will be no full-scale Iran-Israel war in 2025. Neither side wants it. Iran's strategy works better through proxies and pressure. Israel cannot afford the cost of a direct war with Iran. The economic and human toll would be enormous, and America will apply maximum pressure behind the scenes to prevent escalation. What we will see instead is continued shadow warfare, assassinations, cyber attacks, proxy skirmishes, and periodic missile exchanges that both sides can manage and use for domestic audiences. Prediction 2. Iran will use the next 12 months to quietly advance its nuclear program. Every month that passes without a deal is a month Iran gets closer to the nuclear threshold. And once they are there, the entire strategic equation changes permanently. The window for a diplomatic solution is narrowing. And right now, nobody in Washington, Jerusalem, or Tehran seems to know how to open it again. That is the real story. Not who fired the most missiles, but who is positioning themselves better for the next decade. And by that measure, Iran is winning. If this gave you a clearer picture of what is really happening between Iran and Israel, hit subscribe. Every week on the Tehran Files, I cut through the noise and give you the analysis the mainstream media will not. And I want to hear from you. Do you think Iran's strategy is sustainable, or will it eventually collapse under its own contradictions? Drop your answer in the comments below. I will see you in the next one.